What's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 10 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in the last episode, it was round number 1. We were up against the Ottawa Senators, and we defeated them in 6 games. It was a bit of a shootout series, as I'll show you in a second. So, first game, we won 4-3, and then second game, we lost 4-1, so both teams scoring a lot of goals in the first 2 games. And then third game we lost 5-4, so another offensive game. But then we came back with 3 straight wins, winning 3-1, 5-2, and 4-2. So we shut down their offense and we scored a bunch of goals ourselves. So in conclusion, we basically we eliminated them in 6, and our AHL team actually also won their series in 4 games. So our AHL team is on the round number 2. They won the final game 3-2 over Hartford, which is the Rangers AHL affiliate. So anyways, in round number 2, we're up against the Tampa Bay Lightning, who finished ahead of us in the standings. Their first series, they went 7 games. I can't remember who it was against. I think it was Boston. So let's just look at the lineups for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I showed you guys them in the last video. According to EA, they are better in every single way, that being offense, goaltending, and defense. But I think we beat them in the depth part, but we'll see. So this is their first line. Obviously, they have the stud Steven Stamkos, like we do John Tavares. And then they have better wingers. They have Palat, who's an 88, and Kucherov, who's an 89. On the second line, they have 285s and an 86, so it's basically the same thing as what we have. Third line, they beat us with Killorn, but then all these ones, 82, 82, 82, 82, and 81, I think we beat them as our lines. I believe we have more 83s. I'll have to check again. Defensively, their first defensive pairing kills ours because they have a 93 and an 88. We only have 2 87s, I believe, on the first defensive pairing. They have 85 and 84. We have an 88 and an 80. I can't even remember, 80 something. So I think we beat them here in the depth part of defense as well. So it's more, they have the studs up front and the stud goaltender, which we don't have. So as Vasilevsky jumped up to an 88, I guess. So he's their number 1, but their backup is pretty weak in Chris Guzlevski's. He's a 78, and he probably had a really horrible regular season, I'd assume. Not that bad, actually. 86-0, 907 save percentage. Let's just quickly check some of their other player stats. So Vasilevsky went 35, 26-0. He seems to allow around 3 goals a game almost, and he gets 6 shutouts, so he is a bit of a pretty good goalie. So let's just also check their first line, how their first line did during the regular season, just so we could see if they're a deadly first line. So 69 points for Andre Palat, 26 goals, 43 assists. That's very good, obviously, for a winger. Stamkos, 30 goals, 53 assists, 83 points. So, and again, those two are the best on the team. And then Nikita Kucherov, 82 points in 82 games, 26 goals, 56 assists. So everybody on the team almost had a 30-goal season, everybody on the first line had almost a 30-goal season. So Kucherov has 4 points so far in these playoffs. Stamkos has 5 points, and Palat has 3 points. So we just got to shut down this first line and maybe even the second line. Hopefully our depth will beat theirs. So as you can see, our depth, we have an 84, 85, and an 83 on the third line. So I think our depth, like our bottom 6, beats theirs out. So that's nice. And in our defense, we kind of tie with them because Kolyakov was kind of low. He's an 81. So, and in goal, they obviously beat us with Vasilevsky being a number 1. But we have a solid backup, which is nice, which they don't. So this is going to be a bit of, I think, the same kind of thing as last series, a bit of a shootout maybe, because both teams have some offensive players, but maybe it'll be close games again like the Ottawa series. So round number 2, game number 1 in Tampa. Let's go, boys. So, first period, 1-0 us. Andrew Ladd on the first line, stepping through the goal. So it might be a bit of a defensive series. It might, unless there's a lot of goals still in the next 2 periods. But we're out shooting him 12-8. Andrew Ladd with the only goal from the middle of the ice, pretty much. So second period, they get 2. So not good there. 2 goals in less than a minute. Steven Stamkos, so their first line, getting the goal, and Jason Garrison, who's their third line defensive man, getting the goal as well. So they're out shooting us now 24-19, so they got a lot of shots that period. So guys, we need to have a strong third if we want to win this. So third period underway. Come on, boys, get more shots. And Jonathan Drouin, the second liner, and Nemesnikov. Wow, we're just getting pwned pretty much. I was going to say raped, but I didn't want to offend anybody. So yeah, it looks like we're going to lose this first game badly. We scored the first goal, but not enough. John Tavares makes it 4-2, so at least we got 2 goals, but it's not enough to beat Tampa Bay, especially on home ice. So let's just check the box score. So Andrew Ladd, second from Strome and Leddy, and Tavares from Ladd and Leddy. So Ladd and Leddy had 2 points each, so they didn't have that bad of a game, but those are the 3 stars. Nemesnikov with 3 points, Drouin with 2 points, and Valtteri Filppula with 3 points. So it was their second line that pretty much killed us, which is weird because our second line and their second line is pretty identical. So I'm not going to change too much because we had 2 goals. We were in the game pretty much throughout the entire thing. So let's go with game number 2 in Tampa Bay and see if we can get the series tied up. So first period, scoreless, 12-12 the shots, so it's been a dead even first period. Yeah, let's just continue. Second period, they go up 1-0. So Cedric Paquette, I don't remember what line it is. I think 4th line, but he makes it 1-0 for Tampa Bay. So we're being outshot 24-21 now. So guys, first line come through again for us and tie this game up. Power play, come on. Long power play, and there you go. David Savard with his first point in the playoffs. So that means everybody on our team has had a point in the playoffs, which is nice. David Savard ties the game at 1 in the third period. So nice job, David. He's been a bit of a clutch guy for us during the regular season. He had 2 goals. I can't remember who it was against. Maybe it was against Ottawa in the playoffs. I don't even know. But yeah, so it's going to overtime. Shots are 33-30. Come on, boys. We need this goal. We need it. Halak, you need to just keep shutting down the door. Let's go. Overtime underway. Come on, boys. Oh, and Valtteri Filppula, that second line still getting it done for Tampa Bay, and they win 2-1 in overtime. So yeah, their second line's just been playing really well. Their first line hasn't actually came up to show a lot. So the only goal for us is Savard from Tavares and Strome. So that's at 3 stars of this game. Vasilevsky, Halak, and Filppula. So Halak played his best playoff game probably. He kept us in it, but we still lost. So we're down 2-0 going back home. I'm not going to change up anything, I don't think, unless I want to put Lindholm back to the first line. But we'll see. So HL team actually has a game as well this day, but since it's the same as our game, I will just check after our game to see if they won or not. So yeah, I think I might make a tiny change, which is just reverting what I did before. So Ryan Strome, we're going back down to the second line center, and we're putting up Lindholm on the first line with Tavares and Ladd. Trying to jumpstart the second line with Strome, putting him down there because Strome's been pretty good. And I'm putting Lindholm on that first line. So that's the only change I'm going to make for game number 3. I think we've been playing good because we've been still in these games. It's just we haven't been able to score as much. So game number 3 in New York. Let's go, boys. We need this game. This is the big game. We need it. So first period, and they get another goal from their second line, Jonathan Drouin. So we're being outshot badly to 16-9. So guys, we need to have a better next 2 periods. Halak, you need to actually pick it up again. He made 15 saves in the first period, but we need offense especially. So second period, and they go up 2-0. Alex Killorn, the third liner. So not looking good, guys. We're being outshot badly, 30-18. So we need to have a strong third period. And Cizikas scoring early into the third period, but Andrea Palat, their first line coming through, and Jason Garrison. What is this? We almost tie it up early in the period, and then they get 3 straight goals. What is this, Halak? You're shitting the bed, man. 5-1 for Tampa Bay. Their offenses came to show. Our offense hasn't. Ryan Strome adds 1, makes it 5-2 lead, but that's not going to be enough as we're being outshot badly. Yeah, we got outshot 42-30 and lose 5-2. So I'm going to maybe make a lot more line changes because now we're basically on elimination and we need to win 4 straight. So not looking good for us in this series. So 3 stars, mostly second line guys for Tampa Bay. So not good. And our AHL team lost in overtime against Utica, which is Vancouver's affiliate. So game number 4 on home ice, we need to actually play for our fans, guys. We need to win this game. We don't want to lose on home ice. That's just not good. So Tavares is dropped as well because of probably recent performance or something. So I'm going to change up this lines up a bit. Let's see who's been playing great in these playoffs. So Prince, no. Nelson's been playing great actually. So, and Ladd hasn't been playing as good. So we're going to put Nelson to the first line with Tavares and Lundholm. So you got the power forward, sniper, and a playmaker. And I'm going to test something out, which is kind of weird because, yeah, what is it? Tavares has better face-offs, but I'm going to put Tavares on the wing instead and put Lindholm in the center. Just try and get Tavares some goals that way. Other than that, Frolik has actually been pretty dead this series, but he's still got 6 points. Malcolm Carlson hasn't shown up at all, so we'll just leave that. I may change the bottom 6 a bit. So let's see. Cizikas, how's he been? 3 points. And what was Prince's again? 2 points. So I'm going to make another little change. We're going to put Prince here. Prince has bad face-offs, so we could have to put in an actual face-off guy in there, which we don't look like we have. So other than Malcolm Carlson, who's listed as a centerman. So I'm just going to put Malcolm Carlson as the third line center instead, put Bailey down here, and let's see, change that up a bit. Yeah, just change this up kind of weirdly, just see if that works. Or we could actually, you know what, let's go best lines. I don't know who that's going to scratch. That's going to put Nick Spaulding in the lineup. Who's it's going to scratch then? So they're going to scratch Josh Bailey for this game. Yeah, I guess we could do that, see how that is. I don't know why they put Nick Spaulding in over Derek Roy, probably because he's younger, but let's just see if the Islanders coach guy could get us a win here. I think it's still Jack Capuano, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so we need to win this game, boys. We're on the brink of elimination, and we need to play for our fans. If we could win 4 straight and go on to the Eastern Conference Finals, that would be amazing, but chances are very slim. So we're just going to slow sim this entire game just because we're on the brink of elimination. So currently the shots are in favor of Tampa Bay, but it's now even, and now we're getting a power play chance. No dice. I almost said no guys. So first period is a 10-10 shot tie, so even first period, so we need to get the offense jump started. Second period, nicely done. John Tavares opens the scoring. The captain on the wing manages to score a goal, I think. Unless, wait, no, I went best line, so he wouldn't be on the wing anymore, but he gets the first goal of this game. We're out shooting him 21-16 currently. Just keep it up, boys. And Jonathan Drouin, that second line has just been eating ours up really easily. So it's 1-1 going into the third period. We're out shooting him 24-18. Come on, guys. This has to be our best period of hockey yet, because it might be our last. So we need that goal. And there it is. Michael Frolik makes it 2-1. So Frolik has been actually pretty good in these playoffs, and Alex Chiasson adds 1. So looks like your New York Islanders are going to stay off of elimination for at least a game, unless they tie it up now, but I'm doubt that's going to happen. There you go. Lindholm gets an empty netter, and Prince gets another empty netter. So it was closer than it looks on paper. It's just because those two empty netters, but we luckily just won. So Tavares is 4th from Leddy and Savard. Frolik's 5th from Prince. Chase on 2nd from Smalling and Kuhlman. Lindholm's from 2nd from Tavares and Nelson. And Prince from Frolik and Leddy. So the best lines worked, and we're down by 2 games still, so we're still off of elimination. So this game for Tampa Bay is one of the ones that they would like to win, because if they win this, then the series is pretty much over with. Well, that is over with, but like it's the one to win in front of their crowd. So our HL team won their second game, so the series down there is tied at 1. We'll follow that after the series if we lose in this game. So just because we would like to see if Michael Dalcoli and all those guys go on to win the, I think it's the Calder, but I don't even know. I do know, but it's early in the morning. My brain has not eaten breakfast yet, so I'm kind of jittery. But yeah, so as you can see, there's the HL stuff. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I'll leave the lines still with the best lines. So game number 6 in Tampa Bay, we need to win this game. And look at that, Nikolai Kuhlman starting the goal scoring early for Islanders. So this is a pretty good start, and now Brian Boyle ties it up for them. But if we could win this game, we have a chance, because then we could bring it back home and maybe tie the series up. So I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch, but there's always a possibility as long as we just keep playing better offensively. So second period underway, power play, come on guys, not doing anything, and Braden Coburn, Tampa Bay takes a 2-1 lead, and Killorn. So it looks like this might be the end, guys, unless we can get some goals before the end of this period. It looks like it might be the end of the New York Islanders' second season under my GM rule. So we're out shooting 23-21, which is the good news, but we're down by 2 goals going into the third period. So we need to have like a good 2 goals in this third period and bring it at least to overtime to give us a chance. So come on, boys, this has to be a very good period of yours. Very good period. And we had a power play, but no goals still. Vasilevsky's doing it all for them. He's made a lot of saves in this game. He's made 30 saves. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be going on to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, but in good news, we'll have our youngsters next year. So we are eliminated in 5 games in round number 2, which really sucks, but we'll have better years down the road. So Kuhlman's 3rd from Chason and Malcolm Carlson. So I think it was a successful season here in New York. Obviously, last year we didn't make the playoffs, and we kind of had like a bit of a rebuilding year, but we made it on to round number 2, which I was surprised to see. So at least we made it to the playoffs this year. Our AHL team's now down 2-1, so we'll follow our AHL team and see if they could get on to the next round. So they're currently down 2-1 in the series, so they're still in it. Hopefully they can get it done, because if the HL team gets it done, that would be nice too. So first period, Johan Sundstrom makes it 1-0 for Bridgeport. Second period, no goals still. And third period, it's a tie game now. They get 2 unanswered. Winquist made it 2-0, but 2 goals in the last 10 minutes by Shields and Skilly. And Utica ties the game up, and it's going to overtime, and they score less than a minute in, so 3 unanswered goals. And our AHL team is now on the brink of elimination as well. So Sundstrom from Winquist and Kohlberg, and Winquist from Quinn. So Winquist had a 2-point game. Not a very good game considering we were up 2-0, and then our team just basically shit the bed. So we'll send out the scout though. Let's see, where's a good place to scout that we haven't scouted yet. Let's go back to the queue for a month. So brink of elimination game. I'm just gonna leave the lines as they are. So first period, and they're up 1-0. Makes it 1-0 for Utica. Second period, no goals. Third period underway. Come on, boys. We need to tie it up. It's not as important as the NHL's playoffs, but it's important just to see our youngsters do good as well, because some of them might not actually make the NHL team. So, like Hobelisk is a low bottom 6 forward. Who knows? He might not be an NHL player for us. He might be a depth guy. And our AHL team has lost 1-0 and is eliminated in round number 2 as well. So both of them fall in round number 2. So I guess, yeah, now we're going to just sim to the end of the season and see who wins the cup and all those things in the retirements. And then next episode will be the NHL draft. And you guys could let me know what I should go after. I think we need like a prospect defenseman, because, well, Pialok is good, but like we have nobody really else for prospect defensemen. So I don't know who we'll go after, who's available at this draft, but because I think the players, I'm not 100% sure, but some of these players might not actually be real players. So here's the stats. So the Stanley Cup champions this year are the Nashville Predators, and the Calder Cup goes to the Toronto Marlies, which makes sense because Toronto has all those good prospects. So Nashville Predators winning the Stanley Cup. So we'll look at the playoff tree, see how it went for Nashville. And then we'll look at the awards and the player, player growth. We could check player growth, I guess, too. So what happened is after we got eliminated, so Pittsburgh beat Columbus in 6 games, Chicago beat St. Louis in 6 games, and Nashville beat LA in 7. So Nashville went on to face Chicago, which they won in 6 games, going on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And Tampa Bay, the team that we lost to, went on to the finals with those winning in 6 games against Pittsburgh. So it was a Nashville-Tampa final. So we basically lost to the best team in the East. So definitely a successful season, I think. And then Nashville wins the Stanley Cup in 6 games. So that's that. Let's look at the awards. So Stanley Cup, obviously the Nashville Predators. The President's Trophy this year went to the San Jose Sharks. The Clarence S. Campbell, which is the Western Conference champions, is Nashville Predators, and Tampa Bay getting the Prince of Wales, which is the Eastern Conference. Player awards are Ross going to Joe Pavelski. As I was looking at the stats at the end of the season, Joe Pavelski led the league. Hart Memorial Trophy this year going to Brandon Dubinsky. So a Columbus player getting a Hart Memorial Trophy, which is kind of surprising. James Norris is obviously going to King Carl, Erik Karlsson. So Erik Karlsson had a good season, but eventually I think it'll be taken over by Morgan Riley, like it always seems to be. Lady Byng going also to Pavelski. Calder going to Mitch Marner this year. So the Leafs have had 2 rookies win the Rookie of the Year award back-to-back years. Conn Smythe going to Pekka Rinne. So Pekka Rinne had a good playoffs, I guess. Vezina going to Jonathan Quick. The William M. Jennings going to Braden Holtby, as I guess the Caps didn't let him a lot of goals at all this year. Bill Masterson going to Eric Goodbranson. Frank J. Selke going to Jordan Stahl for the 2nd straight year. Ted Lindsay going to Brandon Dubinsky. So Dubinsky coming home with 2 awards, which is which is one of the most that a Columbus player's ever won, I believe. So Maurice Richard going to Evgeny Malkin, who led the league in goals. So that's the player awards for the NHL. Quickly just go over the AHL. So Ty Ratty with some awards, Devin Shore, Jordan Schmaltz, Ray Emery, I guess he's still playing down there, Marek Maznik, Pierre Holland. Adam Pelech won an award for us, guys, down in the AHL, with his involvement in the community, so that's nice. And actually, last year, Matt Finn won an award, and I think Matt Finn's with our AHL team, so not too bad. And then Chris Driedger winning that award. So that's the awards for the NHL and AHL. So now let's still sim up to the draft and see who retires. So that's that. A lot of contracts are going to be expiring this year, so people like Grabowski, which we are going to get rid of. John Tavares' contract actually ends this year, so we need to make sure we have the cap space for him. So here's the draft lottery results. So first round, for the first round, the first 14 picks. The first overall pick is for Buffalo. Second is Montreal. Third is Edmonton. So Edmonton has another top 5 pick. Calgary with the 4th pick. So 3 Canadian teams have top 5 picks. Colorado has 5th. Arizona 6th. Vancouver 7th. Minnesota 8th. New Jersey 9th. Toronto 10th. So Toronto's getting another nice pick. Detroit has 11th. Florida's 12th. Detroit from the Rangers has the 13th spot, so that was a nice trade. I guess they got a good pick from that. Nashville has the 14th pick from Philadelphia. So the Stanley Cup champions getting the top 15 picks. So here's the retired players for this season. Nobody on our team for skaters and nobody for goaltending. So that's good news, I guess. Onto the entire league, so we could see the entire league for retirement. So the skaters that retired, so Marian Hossa retiring with over 1,000 points, followed by the Sedin brothers, Henrik and Daniel. Both of them actually were playing for Nashville, which is kind of funny. So both of those guys went out with the Stanley Cup win. Pavel Datsyuk for Arizona. Jason Spezza retired at 35, so that's kind of surprising a bit. Marian Gaborik, Justin Williams, Jason Palmville, Mike Camilleri retired, so the Sens lose that. Second line left wing. Scott Hartnell retired. Radim Verbata, a bunch of guys. I can't go through them all because there's a lot of them. Matt Cook retired. I guess he's been a free agent, 39 years of age. I wouldn't want to sign Matt Cook even if he was still playing. But goaltending, Roberto Luongo retired, Ryan Miller, Craig Anderson. So the Sens lost some big players this year, so that is not good for them, but it's good for us because that means we have a better chance of getting into the playoffs, probably because they might be a team that's rebuilding. And the rest of these guys are former NHLers, like Michael Telquist. That guy's a former Leaf player. UC Markkanen, those type of guys. So that's the retirements for year number 2. We won't head to the trading block just yet. So yeah, that's that. Let's just see. We could actually make trades right away. Let's just see what's on the trading block going into the draft. So you guys could tell me if you want me to make any trades at the draft. So Anaheim has 2 firsts available. Their current first is available. Arizona has 2 firsts available. Boston has their 4th and 5th. It's just picks currently. So first player available is Nick Schultz from Calgary. He's too old, really, so 35. Some more picks. I don't know if we want to move up in the draft again this year. Jake Kreisky and Jay Scott, so 2 prospect kind of guys. Martinet's still there, but he's not that good. Some more draft picks. Edmonton actually has their first round draft pick available, which is, I think, it was the 3rd overall pick. So I don't know if we'd want to trade for that. We could just trade like Travis Hamonic for it, but I don't know if it's worth it. Florida, Spencer Watson. Let's see what else. Al Montoya, we don't really need him. Ryan Gropp. Some more picks. Philip Chlapik. Michael Neuwirth, he's only 30, so that's not that bad, but I don't know if he'll retire soon. Matt Murray's still available, but I don't think it's reasonable to trade for him. It'd be nice to get him for like a starting goalie position, so then once Halak's contract ends or once he retires, we have a new goalie. Balsers, let's see, Blakely, Reddish, pretty much the same guys as last year, just a bunch of prospects and draft picks, so nothing really too crazy available at the trade deadline, or not the trade deadline, at the draft. So if you guys see anything that I should trade for, let me know what kind of deal you would like me to do, and then next episode we'll do this draft and re-sign stage, and then I'll sim to free agency. I might do the free agency already in that episode as well. If not, I'll do the free agency in another episode. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys, for episode number 10 of our Islanders GMO. Next episode will be on the Friday, probably, because I work tomorrow morning, so I won't be able to record. And then yeah, the week after that I won't be able to record probably at all, hardly, like maybe on Halloween, but that's probably gonna be it. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.